there. I realized in my second grade curriculum choices, I did not really talk about what we are using for reading for my struggling reader that's in second grade. So a little backstory. My daughter has struggled with reading from the beginning, and we have used All About Reading, their pre-reading. That's like the yellow book. We started with the All About Reading level 1, and she was really struggling. And so I also have used Logic of English Foundations with my son. He was a struggling reader, but now reads on grade level and does great. And so my daughter was just a little slower in that. And so I felt like I had tapped out all the resources I knew, along with a couple other things. I tried to do Charlotte Mason. I tried to do so many different reading activities with my daughter. Like we have the wooden letter tiles. I've just tried so many things. I even tried something from Simply Charlotte Mason, their early reading program, and y'all, my daughter just struggled. And so we finally had her evaluated by a reading therapist where she does speech therapy, and they were highly suspicious of dyslexia. And so she began reading therapy last school year, and we have seen so many leaps and bounds. And so daily we do work from the reading therapist, what she sends home. She sends home different worksheets, reading and writing, and that kind of thing. Some of it's Explode the Code, some of it's different things. And so we are really enjoying that, and that's definitely helping. Another thing I picked up close to the summer of this year was the Evan Moore Daily Phonics. One of the homeschool mamas I follow shared that this really helped her struggling reader. And so this has really just been a great, it does a lot of phonemic awareness, and I've also used, last school year, I did a lot of Hegarty, which is a lot of phonemic awareness. And so this just is another great thing that I can have her do, and where I'm nearby, but not necessarily write with her when she's reading. And so we've also implemented some different books, little book collections. Personally, I don't like Bob books. I think they're boring. And if the student isn't interested in what they're reading, it's really hard. And so these are interesting. I like these. They're not my absolute favorite, but these are some good little readers. But I want to tell you what has helped us the most, and this is not sponsored, has been the Nessie online reading spelling program. Nessie does an amazing job if there is dyslexia involved, and even not, just any kind of struggling reader. But the most amazing thing about it is because it is fun, it's game-based, it's also teaching typing, but it is building her confidence. And I think so much of a struggling reader, their struggle is confidence. And so I think whatever you can find, if you have a struggling reader that builds their confidence, that is one of the best things. And so obviously, I've used a ton of resources. I've tried a lot of things. And even this school year, we are slowly going through this just because I have it. I think it's just kind of a fun program to help with. But I really think the greatest thing I've seen with my daughter has been reading therapy and Nessie. So I definitely recommend those. I hope this helps. There are a few other things I thought about implementing just to help her with her fluency, because as they begin to read, they need to be able to have fluency. And that's going to be reading pathways. I haven't ordered it yet. I have it in my Amazon cart. That's something else I want to implement. If you don't notice, I am an eclectic homeschooler. And when I tell you we use multiple different things, it's not in a confusing way. It's in a way that all flows. And so I don't want you to think that we're using all these resources all the time. It's just kind of where I see my daughter. And I think that's the beauty of homeschooling, right? We get to customize their education to help them with their strengths, their weaknesses, and just really help them to grow. So I hope this helps. I hope this encourages you if you have a struggling reader. Again, my son, he's 10 now. He was very slow to read. Not as slow as my daughter, but very slow. And so that is encouraging to me because I know that he is successful, and I know my daughter will be successful too. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any comments, if you have a struggling reader, some of your favorite resources. Have a great day.